March 19th celebration as all the peaceniks in town get together and voice their opposition to President Bush's illegal war in Iraq. We're going to get started here real soon. We're going to have a little entertainment here before we move out to the park.
Hello, how y'all doing? Good. I guess to piggyback on what I was saying last night, all of us better beware because none of us are safe right now. When one man is in bondage, no man is free, you dig? And it's obvious that the United States of America, it is obvious that the government cares nothing about the people. You know what I'm saying? So, having said this, I'm talk about a different kind of war that's going on in our communities right now. Over 3 toxic waste dumps in North Memphis, Tennessee, causing infant fatalities, assassinating black seeds at a rate more alarming than those of some third world countries. Death is my baby's fate in 38108, filled with hate. Government folks negate ways to infiltrate great grief. It ain't enough you're gonna die trying to eat in the streets or getting beat by Gestapo police, working just to be in poverty, free clinics issuing free HIV, and then got the whole world thinking it's me.
Y'all know that we get to see when one man is in bondage, no man is free. We all in war. We all in war. We need to overthrow this government and we need to find a way to make it work for the people. Just like they do in those small countries. We got to do the same thing. Peace, y'all. People, let's get free. Let's get free.
Early on in this experience, I was fortunate enough to find an organization called Military Families Speak Out. This organization was started by 2 families in November of 2002 to try to speak out to prevent this invasion. MFSO now includes well over 2,000 families across the country. The occupation is the problem, not the solution. The cost of continuing on this course can never be computed. Only considering the human cost, both American and Iraqi. On behalf of Military Families Speak Out, I would like to thank everyone here for supporting our troops by being at this rally and working to end the war and bring our troops home.
All right, thank you, Brenda. We're about ready to get started today. In case you missed it earlier, my name is Jacob Flowers. I'm the director of the Mid-South Peace and Justice Center, along with Pax Christi First Congregational Church, some of the great people that made this day possible. We just like to go over a couple of things now before we get started. Dr. Pete Gatke is going to be up here after me. He's going to get you moving. But there are a few details we need to go over. Number 1, there's a lot of posters and 2 big, huge puppets up here we need some help with. So when we get going, if you'd like to help people operate these puppets, come on up and we'll get you started. While the poor people of America, like the zip code of 38108 that Jamala was talking about, continue to suffer because our government refuses to take care of them. They would rather take care of their corporate buddies and the oil companies. So since Pete's a much better speaker than me, I'm going to turn it off to him now. I give you Dr. Pete Gatke.
This is how I've been feeling. Ah! about why we're here. How many of us here are here to march against lies that we have been told? The lies about weapons of mass destruction. The lies about Al-Qaeda. The lies about torture being done by just a few bad apples. The lies about Halliburton and all the profits that the corporate warmongers are making. The lies about mission accomplished. The lie about a quick and easy war. There wouldn't be many casualties. How many of us are here to say no to these lies? How many of us are here? How many of us are here to say yes to the truth? To speak the truth that in this war, like all wars, what it's really about is the masters of war making millions while the poor are killed. How many of us are here to say yes to the truth? How many of us are here to march for real freedom? The freedom to dissent and the freedom to speak the truth. The freedom to peaceably assemble with a diverse group of people. Bring the troops home.
So give yourselves a hand. Right now we're going to give everyone a chance to relax, calm down. Food, not bombs. Over to my left has food and water for everyone. Also straight ahead of me is the table for the Mid-South Peace and Justice Center where you can sign up for upcoming events. Found with one of our great sponsors, our First Congregational Church. Everybody give her a hand.
In these 3 years, we have been subjected daily to a steady dosage, not of homeland security, but in fact, homeland absurdity. Our country is not less violent, but more violent because of this policy. The people of Iraq are not more safe, but less safe because of this policy. 2 years ago this day, we invaded Iraq. Do you feel safer? No! Is it homeland security when 1,500 United States citizens have been killed to vindicate the attack on our own citizens? 10,000 wounded, and how many thousands of Iraqis will never accurately know? Do we want to call that homeland security, or should we call it by its right name? Homeland absurdity. We've cut our after-school programs. We're cutting fundings for the arts. We're cutting fundings for the library. How many of you can't go to a doctor when you need to see one because you don't have health insurance? Do we want to call this homeland security? Let's call it by its name. Homeland absurdity! But President Bush pushed us in anyway. When we hear him claim that he's working for Homeland Security, what are we going to say in response? Homeland absurdity! End the war.
Voices in the wilderness to spend 3 weeks there, 2002 and 3, and then the next year I went back. I found that I couldn't quite get that experience out of me. I wanted to go back and find the people that I had come to know and see how they were doing after the invasion and under the occupation. So I went back in January, February of 2004. I found that there was not a general consensus, but a universal consensus that America had done the wrong thing. And there was anger. I mean, real anger, expressed anger. Very, shall we say, lively language from these high dignitaries of the Catholic Church saying that the United States had made a terrible blow against world peace because there can be no lasting world peace except on the foundation of international law, and the United States had weakened the framework of international law by its unilateralism.
It's great to be here, although it is a sad occasion, and that, as you remember, Pete Gutke earlier said that we started really 2 years ago. And it's said that to come here after 2 years and see almost the same signs that rejecting the war. And you heard also from Jenka and the condition and the situation of the Palestinian people who've been living under the long-lasting or longest occupation since 1948, and they never get their voices to be heard. And whenever anything happens in the Middle East or in the Holy Land, it's always the finger is pointed at these young kids who are really facing these big tanks. And they are being the one who are accused of raising the terrorism when they are really only defending their homes, their own houses, their own schools, their own hospitals. This is what they're doing. And they are being accused of being terrorism. This is the true word of saying, give me freedom or give me death. They are, just as you say it here in the United States, as we all creed for it, they are living it there. That they will not accept this occupation, and they will not accept the tyrannical rules of this occupation, and they're showing with whatever they can, even the least that they can do is raise and hold a stone and throw it back at the occupier, and this is what they go on. And it's the same